It's time for everyone's favorite segment. It's time for this week's News or Snooze presented by Cinnamon Bear. Next time you're in Harrisonburg, check out Cinnamon Bear Bakery and Deli right across the street from the Atlantic Union Bank Center. Absolutely fantastic food. Go ahead and check them out right across the street from the Atlantic Union Bank Center. Thank you to Cinnamon Bear for sponsoring News or Snooze this football season. You want me to hit play on this, Bennett?
Please do.
Yeah. So both of them to be, so they had like a thing where they're in where we were staying last night. They couldn't stay in their hotel room, right? So they actually went back to their room, and I said to them, "This is like adversity. This is pretty cool for you." And no joke, every moment I've been a part of a program that faces a little bit of adversity, they put themselves in a situation that next day, if they attack it positively, to be able to have a day like this. And I just said to Yamira, I think you're going to end with 2 touchdowns today if you do this right. And that's exactly what we said. And there was one that he missed earlier. There was a drop or something happened earlier that he had a shot at one and couldn't convert it. I said, just relax. You're putting the ball in the end zone twice. And he did exactly that. And then to watch Wayne run, but then to watch all those guys at the end too. Joby run the way he did, KB run the way he did, the O-line block. Like it was a really, just a good day to be part of it where a lot of different people had an opportunity.
The whole News or Snooze is just whatever happened with the Knight brothers in their hotel room is very confusing, very funny, didn't really get reported. But the way Chesney was talking about it was very funny to me, where he's like, they just couldn't stay in their hotel. So they went back to their apartment the day before the game, because if you don't know, the team stays in a hotel the night before the game, even on home games. I think Mike Houston implemented this because it's like similar, or maybe Withers did. I think it was Houston. Because it's in line with like what power programs do. And so you basically don't have distractions in your dorm or apartment, right? You're focused on a Friday night on the game, and you have a curfew and all that good stuff, and they can enforce it. Anyway, I guess they had to go back to their apartment, and the discussion around it was just extremely weird. So Ymir Knight also talked about it in a way that was wildly confusing.
Keep vamping. I'm still finding it.
But it's unusual. It was funny that Chesney was willing to bring it up, but not share any details about it, which had me questioning everything. What happened? But shout out to Ymir and Wayne for having their best games of the season. I think Wayne had 63 rushing yards to lead the team, and then Ymir had 2 touchdowns, the first of his career.
Before we hit play on Ymir's thoughts and things on it, I do love Chesney's went up to Ymir, you're going to score 2 touchdowns today. Like, he doesn't have direct say-so over who's getting the touchdown looks. Like, also, Chesney's
completely unverifiable, I guess. But I guess Ymir says he did it, so I'll believe him. But it's very funny to be like, and I called it exactly.
But like if you're going to call 2 touchdowns, why don't you go up to Ymir and be like, you're going to score 15 today, buddy? Like,
very funny, but also a good way to get him amped up for like, if you focus, you're going to score the first 2 touchdowns of your career tomorrow. Is a very good way of being like, please don't go out tonight.
Yeah, it is. He actually did call it. We had an unfortunate situation last night, and I had to end up going back to my apartment to sleep. And coach came up to me like literally 10 minutes before the game. Is like, yo, like when adversity comes, like the ball's gonna find you. You're gonna have a career day, and it ended up happening.
That's what happens in the hotel. And he goes, I don't really want to say, and bursts into laughter. So what
snoozeworthy because they won, but it is absolutely hilarious that all like what?
We had an
also
Chesney situation. I have so many thoughts in my head, like toilet clogged, bad room condition. There's a million things that I could come up with.
Leaky sprinklers, stinky room
above them, too loud.
Room below them, not loud enough.
Yeah. AC doesn't work. Heat doesn't work.
No, there are no covers. So many different ways it could have gone. What a weird thing. And then with Chesney too, where he's just like just stutters and stammers over the beginning of the question with his answer. Oh man, that's a good news or snooze. It's snooze worthy, but boy, is it a fun one. Just electric news or snooze quotes. Thank you for bringing those to my attention, Ben.